All right, guys. This probably won't be very quick. So I do apologize ahead of time. But if you guys can make it, let me know. If you can make it, if you make it to the end, I guess just let me know if you made it to the end. That'd be kind of freaking cool. But if you didn't make it to the end, obviously it's because this video is super long and it makes no sense, right? So I basically just wanted to get my final thoughts before because we got like 3 days left until the actual sale of Plex, right? So PlexCoin is supposed to be like a really cool cryptocurrency and altcoin for Ether, stuff like that. The way that they structured it out, I thought was kind of cool. The breakdown of it, the things that they're trying to do, the distance they're trying to go. Plus, they're going to do a lot of things in the United States, Canada. Like I mean, they're not limited to where they can be and who can buy stuff like that. So I looked at it like, you know what, this is kind of cool. I like where the company is going. I like where they're based. I like all the stuff that they're doing, right? So when I started to do I put out a video and then I started getting like a few comments on the video saying things like, and I'll just show you guys a quick comment really quick. Um, so the comment that I got, and it just made me like, you know what, let me just kind of put my final thoughts out there. Plex seems like it's going to be a very risky. It could be a pump and dump, right? So I know that term from when I traded stocks, right? So pump and dumps usually were sites that a website would get paid to write an article, like a really good article saying that this is the next best thing to Apple, or 100 websites would get that same type of press release to get sent out, or maybe they would attach their name to someone. So there would be like a screen company that makes screens and said that Apple is reviewing their contract to put the screens into the new iPhone 8. Then every single person that read that article would pretty much pump money into it, right? Then they would release it out to Twitter telling everyone, yo, this is going to be the next big thing. They're going to take the contract from Gorilla Glass. And then everyone would put their money in. Those people that were the ones that knew about it, plus the investors, plus the people that are actually, doing all the same thing. I mean, all the people that were early along, they put their money in. This stock goes up 15 times. They pull their money out at like 11 or 12 before it even reaches the top, and they pretty much just make all this money. They got people at the very top who are buying in, and they're like screwed now because the stock is at like 13 bucks when it really should be at 13 cents. So it sucks because people like that are not early on. They don't get in early. They don't get in fast enough, and they get screwed in the end, right? So I look at this cryptocurrency kind of the same way, right? So my thoughts on it were kind of that exact same term. I can't lie. I mean, I was thinking, listen, I can get in and get out really quick. So when I looked at Plex, right, I like the way they were doing things. Um, so this is kind of like the way that they look at it. They're going to have like a wallet, a card, a bank. They're going to give out a free card to everyone that their top 2,000 people or 3,000, whatever it was. They have their own coin, and it was pretty cool. The way I looked at it, I thought it was awesome. So now this is my thoughts, right? So initially I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get like $150, and I'm just gonna just buy a few coins, right? So I took $150. Um, so it'd be 13 cents, and then we were going to, sorry, 150, and then we're going to divide that by 13 cents, I believe. But that's how it works. Yeah, that's how it works. So then you end up with 1,153 shares of the company, right? So now if this company decides, you know what, 11.50, we'll just use that as a round number. The company decides they make it up to a dollar. You make $1,100 off your initial $150. That's an extra $1,000 in your pocket if they can make it to a dollar. Now the way that they were pricing it made me say, you know what, I gotta get in, right? So let me just show you guys really quick. Again, this is gonna be super long. So if you don't have the time to sit here and watch this, you can leave whenever you want. So anyway, this is kind of how they priced it, right? So for the first 50 million, which is a lot, by the way, but you just saw $150 is only it's gonna be 1,000. So for the first 50 million sold, we'll be buying it at 1,300. I'm sorry, we'll be buying it at 13 cents. Okay. The next 50 million sold will be bought at 28 cents. The following will be 53 cents. The following will be 88 cents. And then finally, they look at maybe launching around, I think it's $1.88 if I can get up there. I can't get up to the top. But they're looking to launch it around like $1.78, $1.88, something like that, right? So the way I looked at it was if let's say Jax or some other coin, some other wallet decides to pick it up at least at that point, I can get right out of it. Like even if Bittrex picks it up, I can get out. You know what I mean? Right then and there. But so this is again, this is what my thoughts were. So let's just say it does get up to $1.75, right? So times 1.75. 1.75 window with $2,000. We decide, you know what? We're just going to take out $300. You end up with this profit right here. You doubled your money. You got your money put in your pocket. Now you have $1,700. Do whatever the hell you want with it. You can make it into another coin. You can keep it where it's at. Maybe the site goes up. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it goes down. Maybe you're afraid. Whatever. So the way I looked at it was, yeah, it could be a pump and dump. But if I get in early enough, right? So this is where I'm getting in at, right? $650. If I get in early enough, I would actually have, sorry, did it backwards. 650 divided by, come on, 650 divided by 13 cents. Okay, so if I get in early enough, this will allow me to have 5,000 shares put in, right? If it does do what they say, I'll have $8,000. I'll take out my $750 because now at that point I make $100. And I have $8,000 to do with whatever I want with. Now that's kind of how I looked at it. I get that it's very risky. It's a very, very strong possibility that this thing could stop at like 40,000 sold, 40 million sold, and then end up going down to a valuation of 1 cent, right? And then I could be out $650, right? But I do this every day, you know what I mean? I put up $30 every single day. You know, I've putting in $30 maybe every day for the last 60 days. That's like 108, right? $30 times 60 days. I've already put in 1,800. I've made money off these sites, and I put money in sites that I felt super uncomfortable putting them in, and I've made this much. Like, I'm not saying that I made a whole bunch of money, but I'm just saying if you look at these terms, I'm already going to be putting the money into something else, into Bitcoin already and Ether already. I'm going to be putting it into a website that's going to potentially rip me off in the end. Why not do something that could potentially make me some money? So that's kind of how I looked at it, right? So just like Ambis, I told you guys, I put in $30. I ended up getting the $30 back now. And now I'm just in the waiting game to see if they can make it to 5 to 6 months. If they make it to 6 months, I got 5 Bitcoins. Like, I'm not, who's crying? You know what I mean? I wouldn't be mad about that at all. If they don't make it that far, let's say if they only make it to 3 months, you know what I mean? I'm out of all of that. Don't get me wrong, I'm out of everything if they only make it to like 153 days. But I'm going to try to at least keep it in there until I can at least withdraw a Bitcoin. Once I can withdraw like a Bitcoin or whatever, then I'm at least taking a Bitcoin out. But at the same time, or I might just drop the evaluation so I can start making money off the Bitcoin. What I'm pointing out to you guys is that this is all about taking risk. Now, I'm not saying to sign up. I'm not telling you guys to sign up. I'm just giving you my thoughts on why I'm signing up, because I think that a lot of people look at it as in the terms of like, you know, what's in it for them. So I'm showing you guys what's in it for me, right? This is why I'm doing it. Now, I'm not telling anyone to sign up. I don't actually want anyone to sign up. I told a couple people that have told me about other stuff, you know, out in my personal life outside of YouTube, I guess you kind of call it. I told people about it outside of there, and these are people that they invest in all types of coins, you know what I mean? And they also think it's very risky. And the other coins that they're investing in aren't even, you know, moving. You know, they're putting money into coins that are just sitting there. So, you know, this is something that I kind of feel like would benefit me. You know, and I'm not asking anyone to say, hey, is it going to benefit you? I don't really look at it in that term, but I'm just letting people know why I'm doing it. I don't want people to feel like I'm trying to scam them, trying to get them to do something that they don't want to do. I'm just letting you guys see what my thoughts were, because I want you guys, I guess, kind of see it, look in my brain for a second and see where my thoughts are at. And once you have that ability to, like, I guess, figure out how I'm thinking about it, you're like, okay, at that point, you have an idea what I'm thinking. You know what I mean? And then if it's not for you, then you don't do it. But if you're on the fence, this should sway you one way or the other. This should make you say, you know what? I was on the fence, and now I know I don't want to do it. He just opened my eyes to something brand new. But if you're not on the fence and you're just thinking in your head, you know what? I might want to do this. To be completely honest with you, that this might sway you in that direction, and you might be able to put up, say, because the minimum, I think it was like $100. So you might be able to put up $100 and walk away with, like, you know, whatever. Let's say you put up 130. That's just because that's the even number. You get 1,000 shares for $130. So, and I look at it like, look, why not? You know what I mean? You get 1,000 shares. If it's 130 bucks, you know, if it goes up, you make money. If it doesn't go up and it goes down, and you lose. But we're gonna lose on a lot of these sites anyway. You know what I mean? That's 4 sites I don't got to do. That's 4 sites that $130 I'm putting into this. That's 4 sites I can't do now. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? I was gonna lose it probably on 4 of those out of 4 of those 4 sites anyway. So that's just my thought, guys. I would love to hear you guys' thoughts. Also, I would love if you guys can get into the village. We got a lot that we're talking about in there. This is not one of them. I will be completely honest with you. This is definitely not one thing that we're talking about. This is just something that I wanted to recap. I had a few people just, I guess, you know, message me and ask me about it, and I just wanted to just give my final thoughts all at one time. I did sign up. I'll just show you guys that I did sign up. So I can at least get the little things, and then I don't get this hard point right here, but they got me down for a bonus of 10. It's 5%, so you guys saw already how much I'm gonna get, and then I'm gonna get 5% back of that as long as I invest at least 100. So this is what they wanted. So this is what they're giving. So it says add a value of $1.30, which is kind of weird, but anyway, again, I wanted to show you guys. Because I got 10 of them in each, so it's $1.30. So wanted to show you guys what my thoughts were. Wanted to show you guys why I wanted to invest. If you guys have any questions now, I guess you guys might have bigger questions or more questions. Either that, or you guys can thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever you want. Subscribe, comment, like, and don't forget, listen, if you made it this far, you're a true subscriber. I would like it if you wrote that in the comment. That'd be freaking awesome. You know, I'm a true subscriber. I made it to the very end.